Hi, it's Cheryl from Home of My Making. I'm glad that you can come on today and join me. I wanted to show you what I actually have been making with my colored beads that I painted the other day with the baggie method. So, as you know, if you had watched the video, I put paint in a baggie and a little bit of water and threw my wooden beads in there, and they all came out painted. You can go back and watch that live video. So here are the rest of the ones that I have left that I painted, but I want to show you what I have been making with them. So I love these beaded, they call them CASA beads, but I have mixed the colored ones with, can you see that? It doesn't look colored. With some raw beads, and then attached these little wooden discs that I painted with chalk paint and, hey Cam, and a stencil. So I made this. These are all made from all the beads that I had the other day. I did just enough for just a certain amount of projects. So I made that one, and then here's another one I made. So I intertwined some just raw beads that I have in different sizes, and I used the colored ones that I painted the other day. And here's a little wooden disc that I painted with, thank you Diane, that I painted with chalk paint and then did a stencil with my favorite stencil. And then here is another one that I made. So today I'm just going to finish up my last one. I have one more disc that I painted, pre-painted with white chalk paint in my favorite color, Blessed by a Maker Studio. So usually what I do when I'm going to make something with beads is, if you can see, I have them laid out in the order that I want them to go. So I started doing that before I hopped on, and I'm just going to finish the order of the way that I wanted the beads to go. This reminds me of when the kids were in school. They would do the ABA method when things were the same and repeated. So I am using a jute twine here for my beads. Every now and then when you keep pushing them through, sometimes it won't go through, so I just cut it so that it's a fresh start. So, and this actually twine is from the Dollar Tree. I think there's like 3 in a pack for $1, so that's a pretty good deal. Thank you, Rhonda. Hi, Cindy. Let me cut this again. If not, you just go in the other end. So I'm going to show you my favorite, stencil again, because I'm going to be putting it on this little round when I get all these threaded on here. Keeps unwinding on me, but that's okay. Just got to get it through there. Now you see why I started it before I got on, because it takes time. So there you go. Got 2 more to go, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. And my last one, I'm going to make this one kind of short, because I'm going to make it so you can put it over a handle of a doorknob. I don't know where you guys put your beads, but I hang them on everything. The banister, the doorknobs, over a glass bottle, just draped over some books. Okay, let's go on the other end. My last one's going to give me it's coming. There it is. Okay, so I got them draped the way that I want them to. I need a little bit of end on this end so I can tie it. So there you go. That's the pattern that I wanted to put with the beads that I painted and then some of the raw beads to mix in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stencil on this piece of birch, and I already made an outline or a circle with the white chalk paint prior to going live because I needed it to dry. So if you're hopping on, let me know where you're hopping on from. If you watch this later on in replay, can you please put hashtag replay on there? So I'm going to use chalk art ink. Now I've showed this before. This was created for fabric, but you can use it on anything. You could use it on paper, wood, canvas, anything. So we do have a pink in the brand, but it's light pink, and I have tried to use it, but it doesn't match with my beads. So I am going to custom mix a color, and we all know that red and white makes pink. So I'm going to try to match it as close to the beads as I can by just mixing the two colors. So what I'm going to do is I put some on a piece of cardboard to be my mixer. And then I'm going to mix it together and see if I need to add any white to it to get it to the color of these beads. Here's one that I already did pre-mixed, but I'll show you. See, and I think just that little bit was not enough white, so I'm going to add some more white. And then I'm going to be using my favorite stencil. So let me see if I can get this to the right color. No, I think it needs more white. So you could pre-mix your colors with anything, obviously with any paint, you could pre-mix to get whatever you want. Let's see. Nope, I still think it needs more white. Watch that, it's too much now. No, that's not. Okay, so here we go. It's getting lighter. Let me turn this off. If you can see, I'm smushing it around to come up with a custom color so that it goes closer to my beads, because I used a different kind of paint on those beads. I used the Apple Barrel acrylic paints for like 50 cents a piece, but this is not what I'm going to use with my stencil. So there you go. If you could see that, I custom mixed a color that I think will be better for these beads. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use, out of this stencil, I'm going to use this little piece right here. The great thing about these stencils is, even though this is the pattern, or was the one piece that should be cut out, I'm just going to use the inside of it and put that right on the center of here by itself. So what you do is you remove it from the backing, and these are mesh stencils, so they're not holy here, like where you can put your hand through like regular stencils. That's why I like them, because you would never be able to get all this detail with a regular stencil. So that's why I use these stencils from a Maker Studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it sideways. Since this has two holes in it, I'm going to actually put the beads in here and there, so I want this to be the top and that to be the bottom. So what I'm going to do is try to center it, lay it down. What you do is you burnish it so that there's no air pockets in there, so the gel art ink doesn't seep underneath. Burnishing is just a fancy word for rub it. So what I'm going to do is, with this little spreader, and these come bigger, I just cut them for, let me just close that out, cut them for an easier controllability with my hand, because this is a little stencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape right over that and make sure that I get it through the stencil. Pick up the excess, and then I'm going to lift it off. So there you go. Can you see that? That's what I added on there. I don't know if you could see it with the light. but now I'm going to attach my beads to it. And what we do with these right away is we put them in a water bath. So I'm going to put it in a water bath that I have over here, because you don't want that ink to get dried up in the mesh. If it gets dried up in the mesh, the stencils won't work anymore. So you got to care for them so that they can last basically forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with this, and I'm going to cut the twine on this end just because I need it to be able to tie. I'm going to go on my iPad and see if I can catch your comments on there without looking all the way to the top. Let me see if I can catch my live on the iPad. There you go. Got it. There you go. I can see it now. You love these, Debbie? The beads or the stencils? What are you talking about? Are you in Florida? You need to come back to North Carolina. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this to one side. I actually got these birch rounds at Christmas time. They were together like this. They were supposed to be made a snowman out of, but I didn't make snowman out of them at Christmas time, so I actually cut them apart. That's why this has one hole, and then here they were attached, and then they were strung up here, but I took them apart so I can get actually two pieces out of them. So what am I going to do is I'm going to tie that there in a knot to make sure that it doesn't untie when I hang it on my doorknob. And then I'm going to take this side and I'm going to tie it over here. Where's the weather? Where is the weather? How's the weather where you guys are? We have a dreary day. That's why it looks kind of dark in here, even though I have a ring light and an overhead light and a desk light on. So let me tie this so that it's tight, and then I'm going to tie this in a knot. Okay, so that's what you have. Now when this hangs on the door, this is not going to flap like that. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends. And you can actually, if I had thinner ribbon, I would put it there. Like you can put a bow here and a bow here, however you want. But that's actually how it came out. See, isn't that cute? So what I'm going to do is take down that. See, I have one here. I'm going to hang that just like that. There you go. Probably not there, but somewhere in the house. So there you go. You got this one that I made, this one that I made, and this one that I made. If you enjoyed this video and you think somebody would like to know how to make these garland beads, you can spread it on your page. Any comments you have, if I haven't answered them while we have been on here, let me see. You can leave them in the comments and I'll answer back. Yeah, the wood slices. I love these wood slices. I'm glad I found some use for them. And then this was just a regular piece of wood, unfinished, that I painted white with the chalk paint and put the stencil on here. These come in all different kinds of shapes. So think about like the upcoming, not only the spring, which has all these nice pretty colors, but imagine this if this was a star and these were red, white, and blue. So then you could do it for like Memorial Day or July 4th. So the possibilities are endless. When you dye the beads, you can dye them all any color you want, because there's paint in every color, or you can mix your own and make your own beads. So if you enjoyed this video, please spread it on your page or tag somebody in it. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below and I will answer you when I get off. So thank you for watching.